Tashitele, everybody. Today I'm here to give short thoughts on the practice and the cultivation of joyous perseverance, which is the part of the series of teaching that requested by Hayagriva Senda. The first of all, the joyous perseverance, which is one of the extremely important, conditional practices in order for us to have a sustainable and successful cultivation of virtues or the Dharma, cultivation of path and practices, in our spiritual journey towards full enlightenment, as very clearly stated in the Ornament of the Mahayana Sutra, that joyous perseverance is a supreme among virtues. Based on it, you subsequently attain the rest. So joyous perseverance regarded as a supreme among virtues. Without which, none of the other virtues can be actualize, in perfectionate way. Without the joyous perseverance, it is hard for the practitioner to, gather the virtues without, stained by, non-virtues and obstacles. Without the joyous perseverance, when we travel on the path, to strive realizations, experiences in the spiritual practices, we through the encounters of obstacles, we may give up, halfway, and we may not able to attain the absolute purpose of the spirituality, which is for us to attain full enlightenment. In the midst of the samsaric ups and downs, there's a lots and lots of every day to day occurrence of many distractions, sensual distractions. Due to that, we may not able to sustain and stay focused on the practices. The distractions are is a hallucinational experience, but for the hallucinational mind, we kind of, misunderstand. We kind of, regard as a genuine happiness, as something for us to strive and gather. And because of that, the complexity journey, through our spiritual path, or the hardship that require to gather virtue, which are the ultimate source of our true happiness, which are the way to experience lasting happiness of liberation. But it requires hardship. It requires tremendous effort. So if there's no joyous effort then we may lose the momentum. We may lose the interest in the gathering of virtue, in the steadiness into the spiritual practice, and we may falls into the trap of the hallucinational distractions, like a distraction of the sensual, material distraction of the world. So for that reason, so we need the joyous effort. And when we have the joyous effort, and easily can able to stay away from these distractions, and easily can stay focus with much enthusiasticness in the gathering of virtue and in the journey of the path. So therefore, joyous effort play the essential role to the gathering of virtue and to the development of the path and the realization in the path. Therefore, it regarded as a supreme among the virtues. And not only that, joyous perseverance play a very crucial conditional cause to the higher path, to the higher virtues. When we in the number, when we line the joyous perseverance within the six paramita, it comes in the fourth, you see. So the fifth and the sixth, fifth is the concentration, shamatha, and the sixth is the wisdom realizing emptiness, you see. So when you have joyous perseverance, then the result, the shamatha, the single-pointed concentration, and the wisdom of emptiness will come in our way. Without joyous effort, without the causes of having joyous effort, without having the causes, which is the joyous effort, there's no result of single-pointed concentration or the shamatha mind, which is much needed, that serviceable mind, in order to actualize the full utilization or the full benefit of the wisdom, realizing the true nature of self and phenomena, which is the emptiness, in the practice of special insight or the vipassana, you see. So, so this, measure the practices of the wisdom and the shamatha is byproduct of the cultivation of the joyous perseverance, you see. So therefore, like Ornament of Mind Sutra said, based on it, you subsequently attain the rest, you see. So now, first of all, what is the definition of joyous perseverance or joyous effort? Like what said in the Bodhisattva Avadacharya, it is delight in virtue. So delight in virtue is the mind of joyous perseverance. What is the mind of joyous perseverance? Or in another way, as explained in the Bodhisattva label, that flawless state of mind that is enthusiastic about accumulating virtue and working for the welfare of living beings, together with the physical, verbal, and mental activity, such a state of mind motivates. The motivational state of mind to make fully utilization of one's body, speech, and mind in the effective service of well-being of sentient being, effective cultivation of gathering virtue, and that state of motivational mind is called joyous perseverance or joyous effort. So there are three types of if you want to divide, there are three types of joyous perseverance. The first one is called as Armour-like Joyous Perseverance. Second one is joyous perseverance in gathering virtue. Third one is the joyous perseverance benefiting sentient beings. So when it comes to the joyous perseverance like armor, which is that that we need to carry in our day-to-day life, when we perform the deeds of gathering virtues, or when we perform deeds of benefiting sentient being, the joyous perseverance like an armor is like a protection from the intrusions of obstacles like laziness, obstacles like distractions. In that way, the practitioner steadily can able to perform the deeds of the virtues, like that. So the joyous perseverance of gathering virtue here, in order to actualize that, to learn about the benefit, how to gain the first of all, how to actualize the joyous perseverance in our mental continuum, whether to do with the joyous perseverance or armor-like joyous perseverance, or joyous perseverance of gathering virtue, or joyous perseverance of benefiting sentient being. For us to learn the benefit, for us to learn the benefit, like what Bodhisattva's label says, because joyous perseverance alone, nothing else, is the principal and highest cause for the correct attainment of the Bodhisattva's virtuous qualities. The Tathagata have pointed it out, declaring joyous perseverance is what brings about the attainment of unsurpassed perfect enlightenment. So, if our purpose of cultivating any form of good deeds, any form of beneficial deeds, which are called the virtues, any form of Dharma practices, which are the cause of ultimate, benefit for self and others, then joyous perseverance is much needed, because joyous perseverance is the one which will cause us to achieve all the Bodhisattva's qualities. So the Bodhisattva's qualities are the qualities of having most inspiring attitude, most courageous attitude, the fully matured compassion, which we admire a lot, fully matured unconditional love, which we admire a lot, fully develop altruistic attitude, which is the bodhicitta. All these are the Bodhisattva's qualities, you see. And Bodhisattva's, the conduct is not only to benefit, some individuals. Bodhisattva's conduct is to benefit without leaving out even one single, sentient being, as an object of their benefit, you see. Then not only that, the courage, Bodhisattva has the highest courage, highest, positive attitude, greatest optimism, greatest courage, that even it takes, countless eons lifetime, even needed to remain within the suffering world, as long as one can able to offer the benefit in elevating, numberless other sentient beings suffering, even needed to remain in the oceans of samsara for numberless eons of lifetime, they have the courage to remain as long as they're able to offer the benefit, you see. Like what stated in Bodhisattva's way of life, as long as sentient being remain, may I too to remain to dispel the misery of sentient being. Such kind of courageous attitude, are the attitude of the Bodhisattvas. All these great qualities of the Bodhisattva will actualize within you when one cultivate the joyous perseverance, you see. So those are the benefits, you see. And the Buddhas that which we admire so much, the Buddhas to whom we take refuge, to whom we regard as a supreme teacher, is byproduct of Bodhisattva. You see, byproduct of Bodhisattva. And Bodhisattva is a byproduct of bodhicitta. And bodhicitta is as mentioned earlier, one of the greatest qualities of the bodhisattva. And where this bodhicitta able to actualize by the bodhisattva is through the cultivation of joyous effort in gathering in the greatest virtue of altruism, and that's how bodhisattva have actualized bodhicitta. You see, so the Buddha that able to benefit infinitely, liberating numberless sentient beings, carrying all the perfection qualities of the 6 parameters, 10 parameters, great 5 wisdoms, 5 great concentrations, all the qualities of the 36 and 80 minor and major marks of the enlightenment, which we admire so much, which we aspire to achieve, is all by the result of cultivating joyous effort in the gathering of virtues and in the deeds of benefiting sentient beings. You see, all these are byproduct of having joyous perseverance. You see, so so therefore, by understanding the qualities that whether to refer to the quality that which is beneficial for self, the highest state of liberation, the full enlightenment, as Bodhisattva level stated, that which is by product of joyous effort, comes from cultivation of joyous effort. When it comes to the Rupakaya, the benefit, the ultimate benefit to the numberless sentient beings enlightenment, also by product of joyous effort. You see, so by keeping all this in our mind, then this is the way that how we actualize the mind of joyous effort. So so to learn the benefit of the all this result, in order to infuse our mind by joyous effort. You see, when we relate to the ultimate benefit, there are such like so even for temporary benefit, by overcoming day to day our emotional crisis, day to day whatever suffering that we go through, whether in a bigger picture the suffering of samsaric contaminated aggregates, and the suffering of changes and the suffering of pain. You see, all these sufferings that which we genuinely do not wish to experience, only can able to eradicate them through antidotes. The antidotes of virtues. You see, through cultivation of Dharma, like emptiness, through cultivation of you see, the general and specific antidote that which expressed from the Dharma, in order to purify the past karma, which are the causes of the present suffering, only can able to do so if we have in joyous perseverance into the cultivation of those dharmas. You see, even from the temporal level, to overcome suffering of pain in the physical level and suffering of pain in the mental level, which are very obviously caused by delusions, karma and delusions. You see, and the delusions, in order to overcome the delusions, we need to apply the antidote, and through the cultivation of the antidotes, we can able to overcome the delusional disturbances, which one of them that which is so frequent in our mental continuum, which brings so much distraction to the peace and happiness of our day-to-day life, the delusion, the anger, you see, or attachment grasping, you see, or jealousy, or ego, self-centered attitude, or the wrong views or very depressed mind, not seeing the value of life, not understanding the preciousness of precious human rebirth, etc. A strong sense of a permanent grasping, to self-identity, and possessions, the one's identity, etc. Because of which, immense of delusional sufferings that comes in our way. Whenever these worldly concerns are not fulfilled, there's much mental pain that we experience. And in order to overcome that, we need a steady and sustainable cultivation of antidote, which are the dharmas, you see. Like such as cultivation of emptiness, cultivation of loving kindness, compassion, cultivation of concentrations, cultivations of reflecting on the preciousness of the precious human rebirth, and striving the meaning of the precious human rebirth. All these require consistent effort and consistent cultivation with a sense of inspirational heart, with sense of joyous heart, and that is the joyous perseverance, you see. So whenever we reflect on those benefits, whenever we know that this antidote will help to eradicate those causes and conditions of these sufferings, then we gain sense of enthusiasticness. And that enthusiasticness, not just ordinary effort, but it comes with the sense of joyousness, joyous spirit, and this joyous spirit very much is a quality of whenever we get inspiration, to the virtues, whenever we understand the value of virtue, whenever we understand the value of dharma, then we get this joyous state of mind. It's kind of like a natural effect, you see. So therefore, through learning the benefit of these enlightened qualities, Bodhisattva's qualities, benefit of peace and happiness, free from these disturbances, emotional disturbances, delusional disturbances. So that is the way how we gather the mind of the joyous perseverance. And when that mind of joyous perseverance take in effect, either as an armor-like joyous effort, which is like a bodyguard, which is like a shield, protection shield, that which go along with your body, speech, and mind in day-to-day, when we engage in our day-to-day activities, we will gain sense of focus on the virtue, focus on the that which should be cultivating. We will able to stay away or have the mindfulness of eradicating through the application of antidote to those obstacles that intrude to our sustainable practices. And not only that, always stay lively to the gathering of virtues. And not only that, always stay motivated and stay active, utilizing our body, speech, and mind in the doing of help or beneficial deeds to the rest of the fellow sentient beings, starting from one's own family members, friends, one's own community, and rest of the humanity and rest of the sentient beings. Whatever virtuous causes needed to gather in order to eradicate the suffering of sentient being and abide them in the state of temporary happiness after the ultimate happiness, you will have a sense of very inspirational and inspirational, enthusiastic state of mind, in conducting, those deeds, you see. So, so therefore, joyous efforts is must in for our mundane happiness, for our spiritual, success, for our ultimate happiness of enlightenment, So joyous effort is like, without which is nothing is possible. So like that, you see. So, so therefore, it is beneficial, to study the qualities of the Buddha, to study, the qualities of the Bodhisattvas, or qualities or benefit of the Bodhisattvas' attitudes, qualities and benefit of the our gurus, and those practitioners and the individuals that who does immense of beneficial, deeds for the animals, for the humans, and for rest of the sentient being. So by knowing, those benefits, and that will trigger to oneself to, actualize the joyous perseverance, like that. For someone that who already, into the Dharma learnings, into spiritual practices, then without having steady and inspiring joyous attitude towards our learning in the Dharma, our learning won't be successful. Without such attitude, if we don't have in our contemplation in the Dharma that what we learn, the contemplation won't be successful. And without such, joyous effort, if there, for our meditation, meditation won't be successful, So whatever aspect of spiritual journey that we are taking, joyous effort is must needed. So like that. Yeah, so maybe I think I will stop here. So this is just a brief thoughts on the teaching or the practice of joyous perseverance or joyous effort. So thank you very much, and everybody stay healthy, stay safe, especially during the period of the pandemic, difficulty around the world, still not calm, the danger of it. So, while doing prayers and practices, and having faith in Dharma, virtues, but at the same time, also be very practical, be very scientific, then whatever the medical experts, science experts in relation to precautions that we need to take, towards this virus. So, everybody should be mindful and, take account of that. You see, the combination of science and spirituality comes together, then it's like conventional reality, bringing union of conventional reality and ultimate reality, together. Without the union of that, we cannot surpass the highest quality, whether to do with the divine or whether to do with in a conventional realistic world. Without the union of both relative and ultimate truth, we won't able to overcome any negations that we need to negate. So therefore, I hope everybody will take good care on that basis. So thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.